Hi guys, welcome to the video series on first order differential equations. Alright, so in this topic, also known as your ODE, subtopic of calculus, you will be learning how to solve this thing called a differential equation. First of all, what are differential equations, like DEs, right? Okay, just like how you all have learned how to solve quadratic equations, finding the roots of an equation, DEs are also equations to be solved. Some examples, first of all, here. If you take a look, what is one thing that all these three equations have in common? You probably have spotted it. All three of them have a dy dx derivative inside. And that is what makes them a differential equation. In this topic, we will only learn how to solve first order, meaning to say first derivative. Alright, as such, you don't have to worry about second derivative DEs. Okay, with that said, there will be different methods which I'll be going through in this video series on how to solve them. But firstly, what does it mean to solve a DE? So to solve a DE, it's basically bringing your derivative dy dx, integrating the whole differential equation such that you have no more derivatives left, and we have a nice equation like y equals to a function in x. To do that, there will be 5 different methods that IB syllabus has. Okay, number 1, we call it our direct integration. This should be the most straightforward method that you will find out, alright, because it's really just applying the techniques of integration onto the differential equation to solve it. Alright, integrating both sides and so on. More in detail the next video. Next, something a little bit newer called the variable separable method. A little bit of modification because some DEs are not just that straightforward. Alright, you need to have a few more steps before we can integrate them. Alright, so that's called your variable separable. Next one is called our substitution. Alright, you will find out that it's very closely linked to this DE called a homogeneous equation. Okay, so we use the substitution for homogeneous equations. You will find out there are very close links to our variable separable. So substitution very closely linked to variable separable, Yeah. Okay, so you'll find it out in subsequent videos. Number 4, something a little bit more on its own, right? But we have this thing called an integrating factor. Integrating factor, you will need to know how to find the integrating factor of your differential equation for a certain type of differential equations, and then use this integrating factor to help you solve your DE. Last but not least, Euler's, it's something a little bit different. So from methods 1 to 4, you realize that it's a little bit more manual. Number 5, mainly it's using of GDC. So I should add this. Okay, it's called the use of GDC. Very large use. Basically, it's your spreadsheets. And I will be showing you, running through how we can use the GDC to solve questions using the Euler's method. With that, that's about it. This is 5 methods that you can expect to see in this upcoming videos series. Alright, thank you and see you in the next video.